Right guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to have a quick look at a couple of things I've got in the post. I have opened this one just to check what was inside it. Right, but I do have a small parcel that's turned up this morning. I don't know if this is for this channel or for my RC channel. I've got a few different things on order, so we'll have a quick look just in this one first. It's possibly some paint for another project. A lot of packaging, so I'm assuming this is going to be the paint. Yeah. So over on my RC channel, I'm doing the build of a Tamiya kit. It's the Mercedes G500, and this is the paint. It's supposed to be, it's a proper RC colour. I'm going to have a go at airbrushing that on. It'll be my first attempt at airbrushing, so yeah, we'll see how that one goes. It's supposed to be a colour change in blue, so we'll see. Let's just put that there. Right, so this is for a while since they came out, and quite glad to have eventually got one. So let's take out all this packaging. Right, so you'll probably know what it is, kinda, from these. So it came with a few games. So we've got the Sonic Forces. It's not a game I've played, not particularly into Sonic a great deal. Years ago when the Mega Drive was popular, I did play it quite a bit, but not really played much recently, so I don't know what that's like. I haven't got that in my collection, so that's going to be quite good. And the next one is the Lego Jurassic Park. I don't have this one either. I've played the Lego Batman 2 and stuff on the... I played Lego Batman 2 on the Vita, I think it was. And I did start playing the Lego Indiana Jones, but I didn't get very far. I gave up. So that's another one that I didn't have in the collection. And yeah, again, this is another one. I haven't got the Kingdom Hearts, so I'm quite interested to play this one. Let me know if you've played it, what you think of it. Is it any good? Right, what else we got? Got a few more. So getting another game that I don't have in my collection as a physical copy. I've been playing it on the Xbox Series S and X on Game Pass, so I didn't actually have a physical copy, so I've now got a copy of Wreckfest. And again, another game I've been playing on the Xbox Game Pass. Started out okay, but I got a little bit bored, just like eating people and attacking stuff. Fun bit was getting up onto shore and attacking people on land. But yeah, I've not played it a huge amount, but yeah, it's not a kind of game I would put a lot of hours into personally. Got a few more. So luckily all of these games apart from one I haven't got till now. So now we got Monkey Ball, Super Monkey Ball. Again, not a game I've ever played. I've had somebody keep saying to me I should play the Monkey Ball games. They're a lot of fun, so I'm going to try and find time for that. But you know, I'm playing Days Gone, The Last of Us, the original, because I never ever completed that, so I've started again. And I'm also playing Death Stranding, so obviously they're not small games. So we got that one, and then we've got the Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. Not a game I've played. Played the Lara Croft games back in the PS1 days and PS2, and there was one I did start to play, it must have been a year or two back, and I didn't get very far into it and I got sidetracked onto something else, so I need to go back and replay those at some point. But yeah, that's another one I don't have. And then the final game, which obviously is the game that I've already got, which is Death Stranding. I did start to play this when it first came out on the PS4. I I played it for about 3 weeks, I suppose, when it first came out, and then I've had a gap since then till now. And I installed it onto the PS5 and I can start it again from scratch. I didn't bother copying the save over. I enjoyed it the first time, so I thought I'd start again. But yeah, a lot of people don't like it. They call it a walking simulator, but it's something, I just find it's when you're not really wanting to have a mad frantic thrash on a game, you know, something like Call of Duty where it's non-stop. This is, you know, it's a nice little break, take a bit more time. There's a bit of a story to it, a lot of cutscenes, and I just found it quite interesting. And I like Norman Reedus as an actor. Watched all of The Walking Dead today. He's kind of the only reason to watch The Walking Dead anymore is for Norman Reedus. I think a lot of the other characters have gotten very weak and should need killing off, to be honest. But I digress, that's something for another day. So, last of all is the Death Stranding limited edition. So let me get rid of the paper. Get in there, trying to get out. That's the dog. Is she gone? I'm not going to chuck the box on the dog's head. So this is something I've wanted for quite a long time. I have seen some of these come up locally near to where I live around Oxfordshire, but every single time they've not got the box, and I kind of like having the original boxes, and I've tried to keep them in as good a condition as I possibly can. Partly because I do like to look after my stuff, but also, you know, if I ever do decide to sell my collection, I think it'll keep the resale value up in the fact that I look after the boxes. It just makes things look like they've been cared for, which they are. So we're going to unbox the PS4 Death Stranding limited edition and have a look what we get in the box and see what kind of condition it's in. From the eBay pictures it looks in pretty much top condition, but obviously pictures can lie. So we're going to pop him out. We'll have a little quick look around the box just so you can see the condition of the box. This guy's obviously looked after it very well. The only sort of tear, there's a little bit of damage on the corner there, which is virtually nothing, and there's a little tear here, which I've done myself with not just Sony stuff, but with other things where they're so tight in the boxes, they're really hard to get out when they're new. And this kind of thing, I think, doesn't help where they're joined on this corner. You can't lift this up and fold it back, so you have to sort of try and be careful with the box. There we go. So that little hole there actually helps where the barcode shows through. It's quite tight in there. Let's go this way. There we go. Come on. Yeah, it's in really, really good condition, that box. So it's been a long time since I opened my original PS4 Pro. That's generally the main thing I use it for now, is just VR. I do have the HTC Vive for the PC, but I've not had that hooked up for a long time. I have got the cable management systems up on the ceiling for both the PC and the PlayStation 4. Right, so there we go, that's the HDMI cable. It still looks like it's wound as it would have from the manufacturer. This bag doesn't look like it's been pulled at all, like somebody's ripped that open, so that looks like that could be fairly new. Then we've got the Death Stranding controller. A lot of people, I think, if they don't really know gaming, they think, why have you got a orange and yellow controller when it's a white console? And obviously if you played Death Stranding, you know the design for this has come from the BBs in the game, which you can carry on your chest to aid you in sensing BTs. But it's got the Death Stranding logo on there. I will take some pictures of everything once it's out the box so you can get some better close-ups. And it's got some charge in it, so I know the battery's good. and to be honest, it doesn't look like it's had much use. The analog sticks are very clean, no dirt, so I don't think the guys really used this. It looks very clean. It's not scuffed at all on the bottom from putting it down, so that's awesome. And then we've got a little set of headphones. This bag is open, so I'm assuming it's a single earbud, but so it's not dirty, it looks really clean. There's no earwax stuck in there. That's what I hate about earbuds. Never use second-hand earbuds really. Just don't like the thought of that if it's been in somebody else's ear. So next out we've got the PS4 Pro book, the guarantee book, and the quick start guide. So we've got all of the relevant sort of paperwork, and the good thing was obviously I got the console, the games, and it also comes with a second blue controller, which I already have on the docking station, the blue up there, so this is just another addition. But again, this one looks like it's possibly had a little bit more use, but again, it's very, very clean. There's a few little marks there that I think they'll wipe off, but again, yeah, very clean, in really nice condition. So really happy with that. And then in here we've got, not sure if that's standard, but the charge cable for the controller, and that's obviously been used, and the power cable held up with a non-standard zip tied wire tie. But again, you know, it's really clean. I mean, I've had some stuff. I bought a PS5 camera second hand from somebody. It was all boxed up when I collected it, and when I got it out of the box, it looked like somebody had eaten their dinner off of it. It was disgusting. I had to spend 10-20 minutes cleaning it, trying to hook food out of all of its little orifices. Oh, so there we go, coming on to the main event. That's it in there. Drop that back there for now. By the way, sorry about my squeaky chair. I need to get a new chair. I did buy one of those heated massage chairs because I suffer with quite a bad back on and off. This is why there can be quite a gap sometimes between my videos, anything up to a month. If I'm having a particularly bad time, obviously I'm not producing videos because I can't sit in a chair when my back kicks off. It was from a road traffic accident in 2006, and it's never been right since. I had a slip disc a few years ago as well, so but I need to get a new chair. The massage one broke. It was very, very thin wood, it was quite cheap. So there we go. So there's the console. Leave that, it's distracting. So on the front there we've got the Death Stranding logo, and then on the top we've got the handprints, which you see in the game right at the beginning when Norman Reedus is in a cave, Sam Porter, with a woman called Fragile, who's another porter that's carrying parcels and delivering stuff. And you see these prints all through the game, but this is the first time you see them is at the beginning where they're being hunted by an invisible creature. So if you've never played Death Stranding, give it a go. You never know, you might like it. And so it's got a little mark there, but I think that will come off. It feels kind of rubbery, so I think that will come off. And the top surface, it has got some very, very light scratching. It's very difficult to see. If I get the ring light there to try and shine off it, I don't know whether you'll see it. It's really hard to see. And if I look in the vents, yeah, it's really clean. So there's a very tiny amount of dust sitting on the surface of the plastic, but looking in the back here, I can't see any dust or fluff or hairs. even the sockets themselves are clean, so I don't know if they've blown this out, but yeah, it's looking very good. It's better than I expected. Yeah, no dust whatsoever in this side, so it's looking very good actually. I'm very happy. Obviously the most important thing is, does it work where it's been in transit? And because I missed the delivery twice, it's gone back to the depot twice. All that jungling around in the back of a van and being thrown. If I'd upset the parcel delivery guy, he could have thrown it because I was not here twice. But anyway, yeah, very happy with that. So what I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to get my capture card and we're going to hook this up to the TV. I'm going to have a little play, just try a few games. Obviously, I'm not going to try anything like Death Stranding unless it's just a real quick snippet, because the intros at the beginning of that are so long, the cutscenes. But we'll try a couple of these games, and you know, we'll pick 2 or 3 and we'll have a little go and we'll see what it looks like, and hopefully everything's working good, so I can leave this guy some really nice positive comments, because condition wise I can't fault it for the money. Very happy. So I'll get this set up, I'll get this table moved, because I moved the table today to give you a different view of the view, to give you a different view of the room, so that you're not looking at that same wall over there. You've got something different to look at, and you get to see a little bit more of my computer room. It's not a very big room. I think it's about 16 foot by 10 or 11 feet wide. It's a long time since I've measured it. It was when I first put the carpet down about 8 years ago, when it was actually a bedroom. But yeah, I've crammed a lot in here. And this is the only thing you'll find if you ever become a game collector for game consoles, PC or whatever, and you collect for a lot of different platforms. The biggest thing that you will hit on is space. There is so much out there for majority of consoles, unless you're looking at things like the Wii U, which I think has got something like 156 games total. I may be wrong. You can pop a comment down below if I'm wrong. You know, for things like the Wii, there was literally thousands, and the PS2 there was something like 5,500 games. I'm coming close to 1,000 games on the PS2, so I'm nowhere near there yet. And the PS2 games are actually on the landing by the stairs. I've got some shelf units out there, and I've got my PS1 and PS2 games are out there. PS3, PS4, PS5, Vita, PSP, and all that kind of stuff is in here. And all of the Xboxes, all different versions, all the games are in here. But space is an absolute nightmare. I'm trying to come up with an idea of how I can kind of redo the room to give me more space, but I'm using pretty much all the available wall space. There isn't anywhere to hang a poster or anything. Behind me is it's a big window, and I don't really open the curtains. The window is open to allow air in, but the curtains never get open because obviously sunlight fades the cases, and I don't want all the spines on all the games getting faded. The sun is a big destroyer of anything, really. Too much UV light will destroy anything given enough time. But anyway, I digress. I'm waffling. So I'll get this thing hooked up, and once it's all set up, I'll come back and we'll have a try of a few games. I'm going to use the new 4K capture card that I purchased a while ago. I've done a video on it, and I'm going to use it again. I have had tell of another 4K capture card which is on the market now. I paid about 135, I think 136 for mine, but apparently you can pick one up for about £35-38 now, a 4K capture card, and it's had virtually 5-star reviews right through the board. It's very, very highly recommended. So I'm going to see if I can get my hands on one of those, and we'll do a video on that one and see if it's as good as the Ava Media one. I mean, I'm really happy with the Ava Media, but you know, just as a comparison, I could have saved myself perhaps £100 if I'd have waited a couple of months, but I say you never know what's around the corner. So let's get on with this. We'll get this wired up and then I'll come back to you then. Right guys, we're back. I was going to show you the system booting initial power on, but HDCP is enabled by default, and because the system has been reset back to factory and I can't get a signal through the capture card with HDCP on, so I've had to go through the setup process and get into the actual computer before I was able to record. So basically I've just gone in and turned that off so that we've got a picture on the capture card. All the time and date is good. It's connected to the internet. I'm assuming we're up to date with all the so the latest software's on here. So we'll go back out. I need, actually, should I no, I won't bother setting up my account yet. So we'll have a look at Super Monkey Ball. I don't know if this is going to take a stupid amount of time to install. The discs are in absolutely pristine condition, so just loading the game in. But I'm very impressed so far. I mean, it's powered straight up, it's nice and quiet, got no roaring fan, which was the issue I had with the first PS4 Pro that I had, was the fan would start to run flat out and it sounded a bit like a jet engine because the console was getting so hot. Let's just do the screen size adjustment quick. Let's go off screen now, so do that. Yeah, so the first one would get really, really hot within a sort of 5-10 minutes of being on, and the fan would be running flat out, and it just kept getting hotter and hotter until the screen would start flashing black. So let me turn the sound down on this TV actually, otherwise it's going to be recording over the top of my voice, which is not what we want. So I know absolutely nothing about this game. I've never played it on any console, so you'll have to bear with me if I seem a bit slow and a bit stupid on this. So we've got the main game, party game, so let's just go to the main game. Move the cursor with L, select a character. Let's just go for that one. Yeah, let's just go for that one. So we're just going to do a little quick bit of game footage on each one just to show that the console is actually working properly before I leave feedback on eBay. I will have to spank him very much for looking after it so well and sending it out so well packaged. Where it went backwards and forwards on the delivery 2-3 times, I was really worried it was going to get kicked about and destroyed, but he did package it extremely well. It was right in the middle of a big box, as you saw in the unpacking, and it was wrapped in lots of sort of scrunched up paper and bubble wrap. So it's arrived in perfect condition, and the laser is reading perfect. So only time will tell with the temperature. It's not the kind of thing I normally play, this sort of thing. I normally like to play things like Death Stranding and can't alter the picture. Can't lift the camera angle up or anything. I'm assuming it gets much harder than that. That was a little bit easy. But this is the kind of thing I would sort of play at Christmas time or whatever when all the kids are around. was it last, no, not last Christmas because of COVID, but the Christmas before COVID actually kicked off, I went out and I bought sort of 12 of the original Xboxes off of Facebook and various other places, and we set up a load of them in the front room. I think we had 8 in total set up, which meant we had a few spares in case one of the Xboxes, the original Xboxes, packed up. And we were playing things like Half-Life 2 and what else was it? Project Gotham Racing, Rally Sport Challenge, Colin McRae 3. There was one other game, Rainbow Six. He was playing as well in multiplayer, but Half-Life got the most. Because Halo 2 got the most use. So yeah, the kids really enjoyed that in deathmatch, kicking the adults. New one. So yeah, so that's just a quick look at Monkey Ball, so we know that's working. So we're dropping another game, and we'll be back in a second. Right, so I popped in Lego Jurassic World, which is going to do an install. Well, that was quick. So let's go. I do quite like the Lego games. Some of them are quite well thought out, and they do have some multiplayer co-op gameplay going on. So if you've got sort of children or brothers and sisters that are into the Lego stuff and you want to do the multiplayer, you can with pretty much all of the Lego games. Right, I'm going to sneeze in a second. Oh, see if I can stop it. Oh. He's got his sausage in his hand. Black guy's got a big one. It's not great being the black guy in movies and games because they tend to die first. So it sounds like a velociraptor in there. So there we go. So we move around with the left stick.
No way to get up to the raptor pen until the new generator gets unpacked and built.
So where's the new generator? What's this? DNA strand. So normally there's something you interact with on these Lego games.
Yeah, this is good coffee. It almost makes up for the danger and humidity. Or we swing it all the way for it. Better dishes.
There you go. Press circle, build the generator.
You have to kickstart it with your stun rod.
There we go. That switches characters. Use electric stick, such as the one carried by the black guy, to jumpstart the Lego generator. Okay. Hold triangle to bring up the game wheel and select the black guy. Okay, we'll just press triangle. Doesn't mind, it's not switching now. There you go. So we got a jump start. I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to do with these DNA strands. Tried to collect them and jump in on them.
By the way, whatever you do, don't try licking the ends of these things.
Yeah, we know that. He's already done it once. Yeah, go. Right. Let's see what this is like. temperature again. 110. The top doesn't seem to be getting any hotter. Being a Disney, I'm assuming it's going to look good. The stuff that Disney has done with Pixar and stuff always looks really good. I have a lot of those weird toys. Yeah, so wonder the same thing. Anyway, I'm going to draw this video to an end. It's going to get too long. So there you go, guys. This is the PS4 Pro Death Stranding Limited Edition. So it says excellent condition, seems to work great, temperatures holding steady. So thank you for watching, guys. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Share it as much as you can. I'd like to try and build the channel a bit quicker than it is. I want to try and get a few more subs, try and get a bit more going. I'm going to try my hardest to upload more frequently than I have been. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much. I do appreciate any support that I get. Leave me a nice comment down below if you've got anything you want to say. And I will see you guys in the next one.